The address is 347 Don Shula Drive in honor of the legendary coach. The stadium is Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. All right, just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Play action. Tagovailoa. He's going to air one out right away. And it's knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Now the former Texas A&M Aggie. Here's Devon Achane. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. A play fake. Now 2 with a throw. He's going to air this one out. Looking for Harrell. And he will score. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins. Terrific way to start this one, Greg, on the opening drive. Getting the ball in the air, down the field, and into the end zone for 6.
We wondered all week, Mike, if this secondary would get tested, especially as the game progressed. Well, we didn't have to wait very long. I mean, a big play early, and we got ourselves a 6-0 ball game.
Is our score as this kick is sent into the air. From the 6, here comes a return. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Daniels. On his first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Javon Holland. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. One more time with Mostert. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Raheem Mostert. Touchdown, Miami. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal. And Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation. You don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Yet another Alabama back in the league. This is Brian Robinson. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. 2nd and a yard. They'll go again with Robinson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5. So after 1, it's the Dolphins with the early lead. And we're back in South Florida after this. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now Daniels. That one complete to Brian Robinson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. That's deep for the back of the end zone.
Good shit.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Harry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to
College football 26 is finally here. So today we're going to go over the top 15 most overpowered new plays that were added to the game so that you guys can dominate every opponent you face.
But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. Here comes the return from a yard or 2 deep. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground, it's Mostert to start this drive. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Off play action, it's Tua. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tua. That's taken in by Achane. A pickup there of 13. First down, Miami.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. Looking for Berrios downfield.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple of possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum because so far they've come out hot in this one.
That one knocked away. It is Incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with them. And we'll bring up third down. Tua to throw again. He's going to look downfield once again.
Oh, how you dropped that?
Incomplete on third down.
Oh, okay.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. They're going to go. It's Tua. Again, working deep downfield.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle. The players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this first down. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
On second down, it's Daniels. A quick slant on the money to McLaurin. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. Now he'll run. And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary. But then he makes a break for the goal line. And they're able.
And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown Commanders. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return, Malik Washington. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. They'll come up here, first and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Jalen Waddle, the intended target. Third down coming up. Hill brought in motion. Tua now on third down. He's going to air this one out. Looking for Hill. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively, it'll set up a fourth down. Punt team headed out for the Dolphins. Olamide Zacchaeus deep to return. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. Now pass deep from McLaurin. And this will be tracked down and intercepted. Picked off by Kendall Fuller. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. And a decent return there. You'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Are you more president? You can take it.
On 1st down, Daniels. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's taken in. It's Austin Eckler. And he's near the first down, stopped a little short of the 4.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs.
Talking about our next self-defense class.
In this case, it's a
Come on, Charlie.
down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Third and short, and it's Daniels. With McCaffrey, the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
So the hope is you're 1/3.
Guess what? My boyfriend's broke up. Here, I'll show him.
That's what's up.
Guess what?
Yo, it's your boy Weezy. If you hear my new album, Carter 6, and free on Amazon. It's unlimited. So I told my free listen right now.
Like if I... It's on.
Can really jump-starting a possession, ultimately leads in points, but after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plates.
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. And he will go all the way. Harry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Well, that was a pretty easy touchdown. He was wide open, Greg. Easy chance to close the deal, and they do with a touchdown.
Mike, it just appears to me that's just a breakdown defensively. You can't allow a receiver to not only be so open it's an easy pitch and catch, but then to have the space to operate after the catch to finish that one off in the end zone.
following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. Couple yards deep. He'll bring it out of the end zone. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Here's 1st and 10. Fake the handoff. Now, Toine. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Toine. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That's a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down. Fake the handoff. Now, Toine. He's going to look deep for Toine. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Quad Martin. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save it.
He gets free. Still going. And he will take this one in. 71 yards. Touchdown, Washington. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Seibert out now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Commanders have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17. Now a 1st down throw for Toine. He's going to try it here again.
Oh, wow.
Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin.
So they're implementing a cover 2 system, and what that means is on the back end, Mike, your 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. They got to cover from the middle of the field all the way to the sideline. So they got to have range, they got to have great instincts, and then when they get a chance to get their hands on the ball, they got to be picks.
Now pass deep from the
I
corner.
got him.
That is brought in. And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. Harry McLaurin. Touchdown, Commanders. Making 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Oh, there's a push. He missed it. No good. And that'll
Good,
keep
keep it
the
up.
score right where it is. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. This will be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Once again, it's Mostert. Third and 5. A shotgun snap for Toine. Sending it deep for Waddle. He's got it! And he's going to take this one all the way. 79 yards. extra point. He knocks it through. And the Dolphins are able to edge a bit closer. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. That is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Now pass deep for McLaurin. That is hard. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
When you get big gains like that, Mike, it's pretty easy to see why that stat line just continues to grow. And the defense doesn't come away with a plan to stop this guy. We could have a record-setting performance on our hands.
Daniels now on 1st down. And for the 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Javon Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have the ball at their own 18-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Like, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hit 6 on the defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Tua. Sending it deep for Waddle. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. Tua, give it to Achane. And he'll be brought down as we take towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Sending it deep for Waddle. That's hot. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 79 yards. Touchdown, Miami. Now Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Dolphins are back within 6. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniel. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just hand off right, hand off left, and it just turns into tackling in practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. Quick throw, taken in. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Robinson. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he'll take it down inside the 20. A run into the red zone. A pickup of 6. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert it on 3rd and 1. They'll run with Robinson. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all just seal this victory away.
That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Sending it deep for Waddle. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. From the gun, here's Tua. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Sanders here for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Dolphins will cut the deficit to 7. They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets to go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here, the onside kick, not much of a chance.
And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 29. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
That perfectly timed hit. I think it actually saved 6 points, but he got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. Gain of 12 and a first down. Now a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is first and goal. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
He can't get away, and he's lost the football. It's picked up by the Dolphins.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Here is first and 10.
All right, come on.
Now Chilla sending it deep for Waddle. His throw left side is complete. And it's going to be some points here at the finish line. This is a touchdown. They have fought till the end, but still will come up short. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
So, a win here on the road for the Commanders. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on